there, putrid ashen filth of the stars. Come, sit. I have a story to tell. About a mad king and his kingdom. The unblooded and their righteous war. Heroics from another time. A better one. But you already knew that, didn't you? After all, we're all gifted children, aren't we? Anyway, this is part one of DM Patches and Chapo Trap House present Rise of the Unblooded, Curse of the Mad King Job.
An old mad king with blood-filled eyes tries to speak. Thoughts tumble from his skull and limp uneasily out of his mouth, but with greater ease than were he telling the truth. See, the slumbering king Job Iden, the Catholic usurper, ruler of Fredonia and the Muslims' uncle, was filled with delicious lies. Today's lie is that he has declared that the Crusades are over. The unknown whereabouts of the true King Trump, deposed in a coup by Job, the Blue Cloaks, and the former court jester, now master of plagues, the Italian warlock Fausti. And the prophecies of Quinando were disquieting for the court in the Alabaster Palace. And perhaps ending the Crusades was a way to distract from the mounting threat of the Pillow Serf loyalists strewn about the kingdom. Following this shocking decree, King Job's bemused coterie of dukes, lords, and general obsequious grotesques put on their nightly masquerade. Oh, a wonderful idea, King Job. A most excellent decree, if I do say so myself. This is what the people need. They tire of this war. The plague is a concern. Yes, the plague must be dealt a swift blow. The Crusaders, they could deliver Fausti's cure. Persuade the unblooded who refuse the cure to join the saved. Why not force the unblooded? Yes, they're endangering the people. Worse, they're endangering the maidens, whose braids hold the olfactory ichor that keeps our king strong. Yes, yes. These unblooded wish to see our king die. Yes, yes. One of these court cretins turned to the king himself, currently lost in one of his iced cream stupors, and beckoned for his attention. My king, this is a most excellent decision. King Job absent-mindedly turned his watery attention to the cretin and made vague assertions about duty, love, and how, when you sit Indian-like, your foot ever fall asleep, become what's pins and needles. The cretin smiled uncertainly and offered, well, anyhow, your son Bo would be quite proud. Aye, but what is a bow without a hunter to wield it? In the court where this decree was made, there was only one attendant who refused to sit. The king's son, Prince Hunter, leaned against the wall, the hood of his tattered green cloak, one obscuring a rakish grin. The wall behind him was adorned with effigies to his deceased and favored brother Bo. He had been watching the paltry gestures of the miserable assembly, growing more disgusted by the moment. The foolish official, realizing he erred, stuttered and started. Oh, Prince Hunter, I merely meant the king's son would be proud. His son is proud. Hunter storms out of the hall, elbows bent, arms out, two eager waists belonging to his slim, thick, rockin' bitches falling smoothly into his hand. The three keep a pace uninterrupted. Light me, girlies. Mid-stride, one of the girls holds out Hunter's pipe, while the other casts a spell to light it. The delicious taste of ivermectin will keep the rogue prince calm. Exhaling, Hunter turned to his lovely ladies. I'm gonna fuck off. These people are virgins. They laugh. You said it, Mr. H. Yeah, I said it. The death of his chosen heir haunts King Job, and his second son's erratic behavior and questionable conduct is its own concern. But being a mad king has its benefits, as Job had already forgotten what transpired. And surely the true king will never return. Surely the Quinando prophecy, riders unblooded, three to the storm, soft as the night rise, a true king the realm restored, would never come true. He turned to his precious bow, whose skull he keeps in hand. A practiced but earnest smile creased his face. He placed a gentle kiss on its forehead. Job whispers something to the skull and turns to his court. Pay no attention to theirs, My son, he's having a hard time. He's getting a lot of women around him now, and he's the ivermectin. It's all going to be all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the cure right around now, and the Crusades are done. Bo would have wanted this. Bo. And he sort of drifts off and starts to get kind of weepy, and there's kind of nods and murmurs, and then one bolder court member goes, Hail King Job! Hail King Job! And soon they're all going, all the blue cloaks. Hail King Job! Hail King Job! And yes, King Job said his piece. His court will carry out his will. And so he retreats into the recesses of his mind where he finds more wonderful, delicious lies. His quarrel with the swaggering Geist, Corn Pop, who still lingers around every corner of the Capitol Palace. His idyllic childhood in Scrantonia, where he deflowered Madame Buttomsworth with a simple cantrip. The confounding witchcraft of the balding cup and its anti-Iberian design. And of course, his favorite lie, that nothing bad has ever happened to the good King Job, and nothing bad will ever happen to him again. And so a few months go by, and we zoom in to this prison, where the familiar pinch of rusted iron stocks holds the 3 of your legs, all 6 of your legs, in a firm. You're awakened by the scant sunlight. From your soul-shoddy fixed window, your eyes settle wearily on each of your companions. It's been several months since the false King Job declared the Crusades were over, and about 1 month since your imprisonment. You were former Crusaders of the Grey Wolf Brigade. You've returned from the Holy War, seasoned soldiers and adventurers, and felt you could retire doing the easiest job in the world, being pamphleteers or journalists in the modern parlance, reporting on what you saw. That Fauci's cure was a load of hogwash, and he shouted it at anyone who would listen. Whether you believed it or didn't believe it, it was a job. Fortunately for you all, King Job Iden has other plans for truth-tellers such as yourselves. And so you've been thrown into prison and informed that today, Quintus Januar, you'd be receiving Fauci's cure in your porcelain mask. You see, you 3 are deemed unblooded. You refused a cure, and your flagrant disobedience, unorthodox thinking, and status as unblooded more than meets the king's qualifications for a forcible cure. Your fellow inmates are all unmasked and unblooded as well. The guards, though, have their porcelain masks on. Their cure intact. You sit in your cell. You're lucky to have your companions as your cellmates. Who are you 3?
Shabbat Shalom and a Domine Patre Spiritu Sancte. My name is Felix Arathorn. Previously, I was on the Crusades with these 2 gentlemen. Some call it a crusade, some call it an invasion. To me, it's returning to a place that I am definitely indigenous to. I did not sunburn there, and any mentions in any scrolls of me sunburning or having any skin condition from the brutal Saracen Jewish sun is not true. But, you may wonder, what was it like before that for old Felix Arathorn? Well, I grew up in a Jewish family that I will admit, that was during the Teocentrismo period. We were just like Jewish because that's how you got the ball rolling. That's how you got in the business. You had to be Jewish, Muslim, or some type of pre-Christian pagan. And you weren't getting it going as a Catholic. Then, the fucking, all this shit happened. It's Christian time now. Okay, I'm a current guy. I can get with the fucking times. I joined the Catholic Church. I was doing better than anyone else. I made I made it so that you could do confession just to the guy next to you. I was telling people next to me all the stuff going on in my life. I was bringing Torah-like interpretations to Scripture. I was making deals on, how many or how little Hail Marys I had to do. They fucking threw me out, It didn't matter that everyone was mandated to be Catholic. They said I was too annoying. Can you imagine that? They said I was too annoying to be Catholic. They made me be Jewish again. Can you fucking believe? No, yeah, but no, okay, yeah, no, fuck it, yeah. I can tell when I'm not fucking wanted. Okay, so I did go on some travels, before my military service. I went to this place that's sort of like, you would put it in like the middle of the earth. And I met this woman, fucking 10 out of 10. Woo! And for me, I'm a sort of, I'm a mix of a gnome and an orc. I will admit that. I will admit I'm a mixed baddie. I'm of mixed heritage, but I'm not a man, okay? I can do everything they do, but I'm not a man, so I have a little bit of a weakness for human women. My family always made fun of it for me. It made fun of me for it, sorry. They go, oh, you like it when they're taller than 3 feet tall. Oh, I bet you love it when they don't have warts on them. Oh, yeah, you love that human-style cooking. I bet you love wheat, you fucking gas. And, yeah, I do, okay, sue me. But, I met her. We'd do all this shit together. We would... they're always singing songs down there in the middle part of the earth. They're always singing songs, and they got like 7 lunches, and it's all fun and games. And after a long courtship period of me and her, like, I would play a song for her on my now Catholic's heart, because I was trying to get back into all the stuff. We would lie together in bed, and I would press against her. And then finally, after 3 years of doing that, she let me consummate. And the boar skin condom broke, which I think was, that's what God wanted. And unfortunately, I tried to, while this was happening, I was trying to bring Judaism to Middle Earth. And everyone was mad at me. I got thrown out. I think she named him like one of their stupid names. They can't name anything like a name that's been around for a while, like Felix. She named him fucking Aragorn. That's his first name. I mean, I don't give a shit. That's her kid now. Fuck you. Like, I'm doing my own thing. But I served in the military with these gentlemen. I'm sort of a 5-tool soldier. I obviously got my sword and shit like that, my Abrahamic faith. But what I really have is my brain. I got my head on straight. And what we were thinking when we got back before this fucking mask and blood shit... we were gonna write our own pamphlets. Like, people, when we wrote pamphlets in our service, people loved them. They read them. They quoted it back to us. It was always, unfortunately, mentally ill fellow crusaders and never women. But that's really life. So we also had this plan. We were gonna make our own mead. Using our status as veterans. We were gonna call it like Saracen Killer Mead. But now we can't do that. We're fucking locked up. Good to meet you.
Amazing.
Greetings. Hello to my fellow prisoners and former crusaders. I am Wolfville, or Wolfville, if you'd like to use, a less traditional pronunciation. I am a former cleric. I've studied many magics as part of the clerisy. But that was before I expelled myself from the church, because I regarded basically the church has become cucked by early modernity. And I am now focusing on returning to the tradition of a previous millennia through the practice of indigenous Celtic Druidism. I now consider myself a traditional Druid. I try to embody as best as possible traditional Druidic practices, and the best part of that is because there wasn't really much of a written language for the Druidic people. A lot of it is open to interpretation. So it's basically my interpretation of being a Druid is just sort of whatever I feel is most appropriate at the time. But like the main thing that I'm interested in is number one. The retention of the most important bodily humor, the milk of man. I got to keep all my man milk inside of me. It's very important to my magics. Number two, just basically spreading the word about the decadence of early modernity, vis-a-vis things like the traditions that have been taken from us, like building materials that are different than peat and dirt. I think is decadent and not based. I'm really sick of things like wheels, arches, advanced metallurgy, stonemasonry. This is all trappings of a decadent early modernism that I think we need to do away with and return to the traditions of the first millennia, or rather the pre-millennia. But I mean, just recording dates and times in general is very, very cucked in my opinion. So I'm focusing on being a based Druid cleric. Retaining my man milk, but like also personally important as part of the Druidic practices, I consider myself sort of both an ovate and a bard. And among the Druid people, among a more traditional sort of when tradition mattered, like the bard really he's the sacred keeper of the stories of the people, and through my extensive collection of vision scrolls, which I'm able to watch on, like, I mean, nowadays, I mean, it's one of the few modern technologies that I think is actually worthwhile. There's a lot of great advances have been made in home seeing orbs. And through seeing orbs, I'm able to imbibe vision scrolls. And if I watch enough vision scrolls, I've acquired through my practice of vision scrolling and through the seeing orb, I'm able to practice a certain form of divination. But most important, we got to stop this fake cure. We got to spread the word about being pure-blooded, and that there are many bog and peat-based treatments for the plague that are in fact way better and more traditional and effective than what the evil lying blue cloaks are telling you.
Amazing. And finally,
Matt! Born. Live. Forest. Raised. By bears. Loved. Man come. Kill bears. Pull up trees. Build huge stone house. Ask man whose house. They say God. I must kill. Find kill. God. Friends help.
So for the for the D&D players at home, hey, Felix is a paladin of the Oathbreaker variety. Will was a cleric of the Nature Domain who went 2 levels in that and then 3 levels in Druid. Matt is a barbarian of the Totem variety. That's their characters. Okay, so you guys are in this prison. You guys are waking up. It's another shitty day. You know today, though, that you're supposed to get your cure. And you hear next door the familiar sort of grumbling and rattling of your cell neighbor, Skip. He's an older fellow unblooded. He was imprisoned here because he went into one of the king's safe spaces without a permit. And he comes up to, he sort of goes up to his bars and goes, "Hey, fellas, how you doing today? How you guys feeling?"
Not bad. I mean, I will notice. I don't like being imprisoned, obviously, but I have noticed this prison does use traditional iron shackles. Iron is a very traditional, powerful metal. Steel, though, I hate it. I cannot stand steel. I hate seeing it. It's the ugly crassness of early modernity that sickens me. And I mean, like, they still have traditional iron shackles here, which I like, but I kind of wish they weren't on my legs at the moment.
Oh yeah, I feel that. You know, my nephew loves steel. I'll tell you that much. That's how I knew it was bad the first time I come home, and he's got my pink hair now. He goes to university, and now he loves steel, and I'm freaking out about that. I totally see what you're saying, brother. Wait, hold on 1 second. I got something for you guys. You see, he reaches into his tunic, and he pulls up a modest dinner roll. And he sort of reaches through the bar and he says, Here, I got one from the mess hall from yesterday. If you guys want half of it." And he offers you guys half a dinner roll if you want to take it.
I'll take the dinner roll.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Take the dinner. Yeah. He offers you guys a dinner roll. But when he does, he's not very sly about it. He's sort of a big burly guy. And so one of the guards from down the hall looks over and sees that happening, and he wanders over to Skip. He goes, "Hey, what are you doing over here?" And Skip sort of just goes like, "Oh, nothing. Nothing, sir. I just can't wait to get my cure today. I can't wait. Sing the praises of Lord Fausti. I can't wait. That's what I thought. Thought you were doing nothing." And he sort of looks over to you three. "Yeah, you three, you minding your business too?"
I've never bothered anyone. I don't really know why you're singling out any of us.
Roll deception immediately.
Okay.
Wow. Pretty good. 19.
Yeah.
The guard sort of looks to you and he goes like, "Yeah, no, for some reason you seem really not annoying right now." Yeah.
That's right. That's what people have said to me my entire life.
Yeah, all right. You're pushing it there a little bit, I'm not going to lie. I will make you roll again. I'll do it.
No. It's totally fine. I think everything is water under the bridge.
Yeah.
It's like a roll between the bars.
That's
a
right.
phrase that we always said in my family.
Should I just I'll just have deception held down for Felix for the yeah, the guard sort of looks at you peculiar. His head, he sort of cants his head to the side, and he kind of nods. And he starts to wander away. Will and Felix roll perception. So it's Matt. I guess you're just sort of keeping to yourself right now. You're just checking.
Perception.
Yeah. All right, cool. Both of those are solid enough that you guys see a dangling pouch from his belt. That's a little bit looser than it maybe should be. You see sort of Skip give you guys the eye. If you guys wanted to take that, you can obviously just leave it. But I was going to say that you guys, being enterprising folks, did notice that.
Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? Well, the one of us that can think. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, I am thinking. We're brother. We are on the exact same wavelength, and that is more than anything. I would love a traditional druidic priestess GF who will one day, as all good druid wives will do, will sacrifice me and throw my body into the bog. Oh wait, no, but also the guard, that pouch. We should probably. I mean, I don't want this fucking cure. So
yeah.
So yeah,
and you can't get that wife in here.
No, they're out. They're out. She's out there somewhere for me.
There are wenches for Trump in here, but they are not. They're not what you're looking for.
You don't want one of these leather hoes. They belong to the church.
Hey, we don't want you neither.
Shut up. You're not my type of woman at all.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're disgusting.
Very few types. Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
Women who speak the common tongue are all harlots. I mean, I just say, if a woman cannot communicate in runes, then she's not wife material. But okay, so
I don't know how on board I am with all the rune stuff. I'm going to be honest with you, but I do agree with you that it does ruin women when they go to university. They go to the university and they come out and they're like, "Oh, I hate the Holy Land." What? It's so dangerous to be at university and like the Holy Land.
Roll sleight of hand, Will.
Was it sleight of head? Sleight of hand. Okay.
Yeah, sleight of head too. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, 13. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're able to actually nab the pouch pretty easily. Yeah, you look inside of it. You see 15 gold pieces. You see a picture of this guy's wife and his wife's best friend Dean. But you also see a scroll of tasing in there, which when you use it, it can inflict paralysis for 30 seconds. There's obviously another guard that has a key. Where he is, though, he's a little bit further down the hall. You would know him as that guard.
All right. Well, first things first. Whenever I encounter precious stones, coins, or currency of any kind, I mean, I don't like it. I don't like touching it. It's not a traditional barter system, and Arathorn. Felix Arathorn is for some reason he's better at coins and things like that. So I usually just give him the money just so he can handle it, he can take care of it. He's good at that kind of thing. So
great.
I'm just gonna give Felix those coins and then the scroll of tasing. All right, so fellas, we got to get this key. What do you think? Let's see if we can attract the guard to us, and then I'm gonna try to tase him. Paralyze him, and we'll get that key.
Okay. I think.
So Felix, maybe you could be annoying. You could be annoying to the guard, and while you're being annoying to him, I'm gonna use scroll of tasing and get that key.
That would be pretty hard, but I will. If it's our freedom, if it's us, that's the only thing between us and getting this disgusting, awful bloodshot. I will do it.
They're gonna take our man milk.
No. I'm not gonna be able to. I need I had a practice son. I want a real one. I'm not going to be able to have one if they blood me. No, fuck that.
Okay, cool. So what's your plan? What are you going to do?
All right. Do we still have that roll?
Oh, the deception roll?
No, the dinner roll. Do we have any bits of the dinner roll?
I should have picked a different food object. Yes, you do. You still have half of it, unless one of you ate it.
No.
It's kind of stale, right? Because it's been in a cloak for a day.
Yeah, it smells a little bit like Skip from what you can remember how he smells, which isn't good. Yeah.
So I have it's not that I'm afraid to hit the bars with my hands. It's just I have very soft skin, and I don't know where I'm going. I don't want any lacerations on it. So I take the dinner roll and I start playing the bars like a xylophone.
Okay. All right, roll. I guess that this is because this kind of taps into your annoy ability. So I'm going to make this a persuasion check where you're going to sort of persuade the guard to come over.
There we go.
Okay, cool. So yeah, the guard, with a 15, the guard with the key sort of perks his head up, and he sort of is like, "Boys, the hell is going on?" He was obviously napping. He gets up, he hears you like playing fucking Flight of the Bumblebees on your prison bar, and starts to wander over. And he sort of is like doing little like sort of checks at the prisoners to get them to back away. And he gets up to your bar. And he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I have gas. I'm having a heart attack.
Fucking God.
I have a heart condition.
Wait, which one do you have? I've just got there's a protocol for all of these things here in prison now. So you've got a heart condition. He starts writing this down. He's looking down at his like scroll as he's trying to write this down.
We have low blood pressure in my family.
Low blood pressure? Right, you're Jewish, okay.
No, I'm Catholic.
Yeah, sure. Low blood pressure. Yeah, so I mean, like he's open for he's in distance of if you use the scroll of tasing.
Okay.
At this point,
Time for me to.
fuck yeah,
Time for me to tase this motherfucker.
fuck yeah. Okay, cool. You use a scroll of tasing. You don't have to roll an attack roll. Like he's like, and he just sort of like falls to the ground, stunned. His key is dangling outside of the right outside of his pants, right near your bars. You see Skip's like, "Yo, get it." So yeah, you guys want to grab it?
I'm grabbing it.
Cool.
Yep.
Grab it. You grab it. Okay. What do you want to do? Start unlocking the doors?
Yeah, I mean, I'm unlocking my shackles, and I'm just like, and also, I mean, like this reminds me of the classic Vision scroll, A Man Escaped, directed by the great Robert Bresson.
Absolutely.
Just sort of a very meditative movie about escaping from prison. You should check out that Vision scroll if you haven't had the chance to do so. But yeah, I'm going to unlock my shackles along with those of my comrades.
You see the man who's tased is writing down Robert Bresson, and his handwriting is just completely jaggedy. It's just like, it sounds like a good one, I guess. You unlock them. Okay, you guys are free. You still don't have any of your equipment. You see the other prisoners are going like, over here, like they're all shouting to like free you. There's also an iron door in front of you where you see now two like huge eyes and the dumbest looking haircut from what you can tell, saying, "Hey, free me. I'll make it worth your while." But yeah, that's what you see here. That guard is still tased on the ground. The other guard is going to start approaching you guys soon.
Okay.
What's your plan?
I'm just thinking like back to the other Vision scroll, the Great Escape, and what made that escape great is that so many people escaped at the same time. So I think just if we create a lot of confusion, if we let all these other people out of their cells, like we'll have a better chance of making a great escape.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you start running around, unleashing people from the cells. These like other unblooded are like, "Hail King Trump! Hail King Trump!" They're screaming. They're so happy to be let out. They're running around everywhere. Do you unlock that iron door too, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What you see come out of there is one of the most massive, muscular, thickest men you've ever seen with the dumbest haircut of all time. He is the great brute Blago. And he looks you all and gives you sort of a quiet nod. And then, as this chaos, almost in accordance with this chaos, you hear an explosion in the back. Suddenly, Will, Felix, and even you, Matt, you feel the tingle of magical powers sort of coming back to you. Matt, you feel like you could talk to a squirrel again, which is your sole magical ability. Like you're all sort of feeling like you're reaching, you're something's happening. Something's going on in the back. And then you see somebody burst through the door to the prison.
We're breaking in!
And it's none other than Micaeus Lindale, great pillow surf warrior and leader. And he starts seeing all he's like,
"Oh shit, way to go! You already got this party started!"
and he runs over to you guys and he has your gear in hand. And he looks at the three of you and a big, big silly grin goes on his face. And he's like,
"Boy gosh, boy golly, you three Crusade vets are true heroes. And let me tell you, I know you're just gonna do something gosh darn amazing together."
And he hands you guys your gear. And you see in the back now all these pillow serfs who have their soft neck pillow gear and their crack pipe pauldrons fighting off all of the enemies that are all the guards in the back. The chaos you've created has made this even easier for them. The guards that are in the back are being fended off by them. You see Mike go to Blago, and he says,
It's my old friend Blago. He's a countryman of the Great Lakes region and a friend.
he gives him a horn. Blago blows